I didn't even know if he was going to play. Yeah. He went over 300 yards. Big division game. But, we got a victory.
And you tell them one thing. Just win, baby.
Raidernation, what a crazy game. What a crazy game that we just witnessed today. Obviously, if you guys could tell by the background, I'm not at home, but my goodness, what a game. What a game. We come right back and we get another W, the second W in a row for our team, for our Las Vegas Raiders, man. We are starting to build that momentum, and my, oh my, what better way than to do it in overtime yet again. And at the end of this game, honestly, I was kind of getting a little bit nervous here and there because I didn't know if we were going to come out of this game with the W, especially after we missed a field goal in overtime. I was like, you know what? It's going to be crazy to see what our defense is going to do out there. But our defense comes through. Max Crosby, our leaders came out and showed out when we needed them to the most. Defensively, like I said, Max Crosby in overtime, and Josh Jacobs with a huge touchdown to seal the game away. Last week, it was Devontae Adams calling game, and this week, it's Josh Jacobs calling game, and the Raiders win 40-34 in overtime for the second week in a row. Let's fucking go, man. I'm still at a loss for words, man, to win in overtime the way we did, man. Honestly, it's still kind of surreal because we never see Josh Jacobs, break one off for a huge touchdown, maybe 20 yards at the most, but he's always getting chased down. He doesn't have that breakaway speed. But man, the last play of the game, overtime, we get the ball right back, and this dude goes 86 yards to the house to lead the Raiders to their fourth victory of the season. Yeah, I know it's only 4 wins this year, but man, and you seen Derek Carr kind of break down at the end of the game. I know he got a little bit emotional because, this game was going on a bit too long, and this dude just put everything out there. I know Derek Carr, with all the criticism that he's had throughout the season, just to come away with another victory is huge, especially when we started the game the way we started. Derek Carr throwing an interception on the very first play. I mean, Quandre Diggs is a player that didn't have an interception this whole season, and in this game, in the first quarter alone, he had 2 interceptions on Derek Carr, and the Raiders could have easily folded throughout this game. Derek Carr could have easily folded, but this dude said, you know what? I'm going to get right back out there, and I'm going to make plays out there. And he goes out there, makes plays. He gets a touchdown back after that interception that he threw early on in the game. He finds Amir Abdullah for a touchdown. There was a nice flea flicker play called by Josh McDaniels that was beautifully executed. Derek Carr finds Matt Collins for a wide open touchdown. A lot of things were going right for the Raiders, especially before the half. Denzel Perriman even gets an interception in his game, which is huge for this team and huge for the defense too. But knowing the Raiders, knowing how we played throughout the season, having the lead going into halftime really doesn't mean shit if we can't finish off the second half of the game, because we all know that's when the Raiders actually start folding. And in this game, in the second half, it was looking like the Raiders were going to start to fold. Yes, we already know, we've talked about this defense so many different times, that this defense isn't perfect, but they do make plays out there when we need them to make plays the most. I mean, Rock Ya-Sin got burnt by Tyler Lockett before the half on a huge touchdown play to help the Seahawks keep this game close. But coming out the half, like I said, Kenneth Walker found a touchdown. And real quick, in my pregame preview, I told you guys that this game might come down to who has a better game between Kenneth Walker and Josh Jacobs. And it's not even close. It wasn't even close. And you know what? Shout out to our defense. Shout out to our defensive line. Andrew Billings out there, Bilal Nichols out there. Even Max Crosby and Chandler Jones, man, this defensive line did a great job. Our run defense did a great job of holding this dude, Kenneth Walker, down, keeping him neutral and not letting him go off on us. I know that he had 2 touchdowns in his game, but let me look at what his stats were in this game, because I know he really didn't do much for the Seahawks offense. I mean, their run, look at Kenneth Walker had 14 carries for 26 yards. We held this dude under 30 yards. Yeah, he had 2 touchdowns, but he wasn't able to break off on us or make any big-time plays on us. And he's a guy that's been doing that to a lot of teams before this game. Now, Josh Jacobs, on the other hand, I'm pretty sure having a career A career game, man. He had 33 carries in this game for 229 yards and 2 touchdowns. And you also add his receiving yards. He was our leading receiver in this game with 6 receptions for 74 yards. My goodness, Josh Jacobs is him. And I know we've talked so much about Josh Jacobs getting paid after the season, and he's a guy that I'm still going to stick with. We should pay. I don't know if he's going to come back and play for us, but man, seeing games like this, seeing how this offense looks, seeing how everything's just clicked, and just seeing how Josh Jacobs was just fighting for extra yards, getting first downs after first downs after first downs. Our offense, our run offense, our offensive line, everybody played well out there with a couple of mistakes here and there. But for the most part, our run offense was basically flawless out there. Zamir White had a couple of nice runs out there. Amir Abdullah did what he could do out there when he was on the field. But Josh Jacobs was the guy out there. He was him. And you know, I'm giving a lot of credit to Josh Jacobs because it really makes me happy to see this type of performance from not only him, but from our quarterback, Derek Carr. Derek Carr, I gotta give a lot of credit to in this game. He had yet one of his better games this season, maybe the second best game I've seen from him this year. Yeah, like I said, he threw 2 interceptions in this game, which really was questioning at the beginning of this game, but he fought back, and he wasn't going to let that define the rest of his game because Derek Carr went 25 for 36 for 295 yards, 3 touchdowns. His first 3-touchdown game of this season. I mean, this is the first 3-touchdown game that he's had since 2020. So this was a huge occasion for Derek Carr as well. Yeah, he had 2 interceptions, but this offensive line, man, shout out to this offensive line. Another key that I had to victory coming into this game was that car insurance and keeping Derek Carr clean. And for the most part, Derek Carr was clean in this game. He was able to be comfortable in the pocket. He had a lot of time in the pocket to find his receivers. And when you give Derek Carr some time in the pocket, this dude is going to flourish out there. Yeah, he didn't have all the yards out there, but he was able to command the field. He was able to run the plays like they should be run, and he was able to make some big throws when we needed him to help us drive down the field. Davante Adams, on the other hand, didn't have a touchdown in this game, but still was a factor for us on a lot of different occasions. He even had a huge one-handed catch that I would say was one of the better catches this season. You know, Davante Adams went 7 for 74, and even Matt Collins, only having 4 receptions in this game with 63 yards and a touchdown, man. The whole offense, the defense, everybody played their part. And as far as the special teams, yeah, Daniel Carlson missed a huge field goal that could have costed us this game, but at the end of the day, it did not. We still came away with the huge W. The Raiders are 4-7 right now. We're still 3rd in the AFC West, I believe, right now, but we got a huge game next week against the LA Chargers. I'm feeling good. It is Sunday, another Sunday to feel good. You know, Sundays are supposed to be days that we feel happy, and today I am happy, and I can have another whole week of just feeling good about this team, having good vibes. I know the food is going to taste better. You know, the air is going to be better. You know, my day is going to be better. And I know the whole Raider Nation going to feel the same exact way. And man, I cannot wait for next week's game against the LA Chargers. You know, we're going to be right back in Las Vegas, going up against one of our AFC West rivals out there. And this is going to be our revenge game. We're going to whoop their candy ass all over Allegiant Stadium and get that W. I know they got us early in the season, but you know what? That's besides the point. We are going on a streak. We need to keep this streak alive. This is the very first time the Raiders have went back-to-back W's this season, so let's keep that going. You know, we were supposed to have a streak earlier on, but you know what? It's okay. As long as we start winning games from now until the end of the season, I know that'll make a lot of us really, really happy. So again, with that being said, if I had to choose a Woodson Whiskey player of the game, I only do this for W's because, you know, when we lose, I don't feel happy enough to do this segment. But we won today's game, and I got to give this to none other than our star running back, Josh motherfucking Jacobs, baby. Again, having 33 carries, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, also racking up 6 receptions for 74 yards, man. Josh Jacobs is that guy, and when Josh Jacobs has good games, the Raiders have good games, and when the Raiders have good games, we get that W, baby. And officially, as of right now, the Raiders are now 4-1 when Josh Jacobs goes over 100 yards rushing. So let's keep that momentum going. Let's keep that same energy going, because we're going to need it next week against LA. Now Now you already know I couldn't leave without giving you guys the my neck and my back play of the game. And I mean, if it isn't obvious already, I gotta give it to my guy Josh Jacobs for going 86 yards to the end zone, man. Game over.
Jacobs with running room right up the middle. Jacobs is on his way. The Raiders are gonna win this game.
All right, Raidernation, that is all I have for you guys today. If you guys enjoyed this video, man, hit that like button. It does a lot for this channel. Also, if this is the very first time you're coming across my channel and you love the Las Vegas Raiders, then hit that subscribe button, hit that notification icon button just to notify you guys when I upload more videos just like this. Until the next video, this is your boy Simone Raider and your boys. Yeah.
Started off in Oakland, now we here. Thought that we was done, we just hit another gear. Look, started off in Oakland, now we here. Hey, pull up with the nation in the silver black gear. Look, 4 games straight, we in the playoff. Shout out to the Chargers fans, y'all enjoy the layoff.